Shalom to the like, giving all praise and all glory to Yahweh Shem Rashab Shem Kakadash, giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who well, peace and salutation to elect. Shem Yahweh is Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables, camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. Let's come with another week lesson here. So we have it here, and President Donald Trump buys a Tesla. Okay, he got a Cybertruck. It looks like. They saying buy Tesla. Fair use warrant only this what is for educational purposes only. You have it that the PUSAS is advertising for Tesla in front of the White House. Okay. So.
To get the Russians to agree?
I'll talk to Vladimir Putin. Yeah. I want to get, look, that's the other, it takes two to tango, as they say, right? So hopefully he'll also agree. And I really think that would be 75% of the way. The rest is getting it documented and, you know, negotiating land positions, etc.
So you'll talk to him this week about the deal?
I think so, yeah.
So
And
you
then
have,
when
you
you
have a
anticipate meeting
ceasefire
him in person?
in place on the Ukrainian side. How close do you think then you are to a total ceasefire with
Well,
the...
I hope it'll be over the next few days. I'd like to see. I know we have a big meeting with Russia tomorrow, and some great conversations hopefully will ensue. The people have done a great job. Marco Rubio's been great. Steve Witkoff's been great. Michael Waltz. They're all, every one of them, they've really stepped up. They are into it. They want to see two things. By far, number one is death of people that aren't citizens of our country, but they're people, just like you. They're people. And we want to stop, and we also don't want to give billions and hundreds of billions of dollars away. We're in there for $350 billion. And there was no reason this war would have never happened if I was president. So it's a very sad thing. Thank you all very much. I love Tesla.
Which one did you buy? Yeah.
Hey, Mr. President.
You see how he said that? And look at this. Okay, look.
When did you
Mr.
buy?
President, which car are you going to buy?
The one I like is that one.
And how does it...
He didn't get it. He didn't get a Cybertruck. He got another model, one of them sedan
I
models.
want that same color.
Are you going to put down a credit card? Elon, would you take a personal check from the president?
I do it the old I give checks. Sure.
He said I do it the old-fashioned way.
I like checks. You know?
I think his credit's good.
Do you still have
3 days to clear. Did somebody just say 3 days to clear? Might bounce.
I like a check better than this modern system of all of a sudden there's money in your account, nobody knows. I like signing a check. You sort of, but we're gonna, hey, and I don't want a discount. He would give me a discount, but if I do a discount, they're gonna say, oh, he got benefits.
What about...
I don't.
This is all. So basically, as you see, this is nothing but stage play, acting, hypocrisy. And, you know, and basically when you go all the way down to it, this is just witchcraft, all right, and sorcery, because basically it's trying to push, the narrative that, Esau is a house that's together or in union, and that he's going to support, his own and such, okay, and try to get the people to follow the same, okay. But these people are actors and witches and stuff. Like, how come Donald Trump ain't already in a Tesla? Oh, man. So, this is... Just give me a moment. Nahum chapter 3 and 4 says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, that well-favored harlot is America, okay? everybody wants to what? Be American, live the American way, and to of course live by the different mantras that America, home of the free, land of the brave, and life, liberty, prosperity for all, and you have freedom to do as you wish, drive what you wish, etc. Well, this is the well-favored harlot, America, okay, and that's undisputable. It's as you go on into, it's a prosperous, okay, of man's sensuous nature, right? And a lot with America is relating to, oh, well, if I'm driving a Tesla, that's aesthetically pleasing and such, right? Like he had the red too, and that's not a coincidence that he had pretty much it's like a darker cherry red Tesla, okay. Richly sensuous, big, richly colored, sensuous canvas, and some of the different thesauruses, okay. You have sensuous, but remember again, this place appeals to a man's sensuous nature, basically dealing with, your different senses, okay, the operations, okay, how you feel. This place has a very, very Epicurean feel to it, our philosophy to it. So sensuous go back to have the senses, right? Which senses, when you go down, is going to alive to pleasure of senses, okay. And we know that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has created those different operations, okay, within man. Okay. This is going to be in the book of Sirach, chapter 17. And this is verse 1. It says, the Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. Okay. You live, you die, right? For the common man, right? Go back into the earth. Remember, man was formed out of the dust of the ground, right? He gave them few days in a short time, and power also over the things therein. He endued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image. All right. Of course, dealing with the Alahayim, okay, the powers, the angels, okay. It says, and put the fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over the beasts and fowls. Now the point, verse 5, they received the use of 5 operations of the Lord. In the sixth place he imparted them understanding, and in the 7th speech, an interpreter of the congregation of. It says, counsel and tongue, eyes, ears, and the heart gave he them to understand. Okay? Wherewith he filled them with the knowledge of understanding, and showed them good and evil. And, that goes, of course, to, we had it with Adam, with the chosen. You had it in the beginning with Adam falling to, listening to the philosophies of the serpent through his wife Eve, and of course then came good and evil. All right, but within this you had these different operations and such, and basically a lot of things that are within Babylon the Great are appeals to your the lusts of your flesh. Okay, so you got to watch out what you're beholding. This is 1 John chapter 2 and 15. And it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, and the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And a lot of people, they actually, subscribe to that philosophy of wanting the best. I think about electric cars. This is the best. Elon Musk, he's so smart. Okay, and such. And you don't know that thing has faults and glitches, locking car, different, even fatalities amongst that company. Okay, it can be, of course, since it's digital, it can be overwritten. Okay, someone can hack into those devices, and also somebody can turn off that device, that car, and prevent you from driving. Okay, so of course they want to keep pushing this digital Internet of Things, okay, and ultimately have you a part of it. And this just fast tracks that by Donald Trump making it appealing, using his influential nature from having, of course, America one, and just them being Esau, Edom, having the earth into in their power. They'll use that influence, okay, that seducing spirit, to get Jake and everyone else to follow after. Just everybody that's by Tesla, okay? It says the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Father abideth forever. So, you gotta, of course, understand that, that like this stuff is only temporary. Okay? It ain't wrong to have a Tesla and want a Tesla, but they are going with it as if this is the, we need to advance. Everyone need to get to these electric cars. We need to move away from gas combustible engines. We need to be more green. Okay, and then you have the lies that Donald Trump would like to give, but that's another thing for another time. But this place is very, very, very appealing in the prosperous of a man's, or prosperity of a man's sensuous nature. All right, and that's the way of Esau. Esau is all about pushing you to appease your appetites and such. Okay, and the scriptures also say refrain. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 1, and you can read a bit above. It says 1 and 10. It says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." Okay, and hey, this is a way of enticement, and I'm using it in the counsel of, you're not to be so invested into this world, because a lot of Jake, they're gonna they continue to use their Tesla continue to use these different luxuries to drive in style, to be able to charge a vehicle for hours, and then be able to travel and more miles than a gas car. That can have somebody sell their soul, to Esau, Edom. Okay, in the form of raving integrity to the Yahweh Shem Yahshai, if you're an Israelite. Okay, because you're supposed to be worshiping your power. Okay, and him, Yahweh Shem Yahshai only. Okay, so it says again, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consult thee thou not. If they say, come with us, let us weigh late for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit." It says, "We shall find all the precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse." Okay, so it's like basically being within one mind and union with a person that is obviously going to do some type of thing that is sin, right? It says, "My son, walk not thou in the way with them, Okay, that's the course of life. Refrain thy foot from their path. Okay, and everything is leading towards, all roads leading towards that RFID. Okay, Elon Musk has, of course, the Neuralink, right? And that's going to be another thing pushed to be the future, merging man with machine. Okay, but if you, of course, take these different devices within your internals, talking about that C-hip, that MOTB, okay, you will be in violation of Leviticus 19, okay, and 28. You will be, of course, destroyed. All right. We're not supposed to take the mark, okay, but we're just pushing that spirit too. All right. It says, surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. Why? Because then the bird would see the trap and then he wouldn't fall in it. Okay. But they're trying to be, of course, very, very, very deceitful and tricky, with, enticing or opening you up to these different things, a part of their course of life. Okay. Because remember, they would have it where their house would continue forever. All right. They named the lands after themselves. That's Psalms 49:11 tells you. It says, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. And says, so are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Okay? And you cannot trust them. All right? So back to Nahum chapter 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that sells the nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts, and that's all in their philosophies. All right, the kashap, or you can say kashap. In this case, this would be, you have kashap, yaha, okay. Kashap, yah, right. Witchcrafts, her. You got that's her sorceries, okay? And figuratively of seductive and corrupting influences, okay? And these people have another way, all right? Having you like, yeah, I gotta be in this system. Remember when Lot and his two daughters left with his wife, what ended up happening? His wife looked back. Okay? And then she returned into what? A pillar of salt. As we continue to keep moving forward, we're going to lose a lot of the different various luxuries of life. Basic stuff like, you being able to go on the internet, like, lot. Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can get this lock here. This is Luke chapter 17, and it says here, and it says, likewise, verse 28, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded, right? And hey, during that time, hey, like you see, hey, Trump showing you buying various things, selling things. Okay, you got Elon selling and he's buying, right? Planting, they trying to plant, meaning like we're trying to plant America at the top, keep ourselves established, right? And they're trying to build, but we know the Lord's going to bring them down. It says, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Right? So the people were into that spirit. Okay? So, as it was back with Noah, too, and the flood came and destroyed them all, you know that we going to have a second flood by the way of fire this time. That's going to cleanse and purify this place. All right? But it says, but the same time, verse 29, it says, but the same time that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed, right? And we're in that time of the revealing, all right, the apocalypse of Yahweh Shai, okay? The apocalypto, all right? Going into that uncovering, that veil, the Lord going to show that he real and exists to a lot of people that doubt that he is real and exists. All right, he's sending his son, and it's going to do these things that are written in a book, which he is doing these things written in a book, but he's going to fulfill to the, completion for the prophecies that need to be completed on this side. He gonna complete them in these times. Okay, it says in that day, pardon me. This is verse 31. He which shall be upon the housetop in his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And that's the spirit. You have to be in the spirit of being a pilgrim and being fleeing, not to be engrossed in this life. Okay, this is over. You can clearly see that Babylon the Great is over. You got war. All the nations talking about war. Israel, you got Iran, you got Russia, you got Ukraine, okay, North Korea, all these big power nations and such, are talking about war. America, the Germans, you got NATO nations, so a whole heap of division going on. It says, and he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Okay, right. When what? Let's look up that word for return. Return is this Greek word here, which is stefo. All right, pardon me if I don't have that pronounced, in best Greek, but it says to turn oneself, to turn back, right? Transitive, okay? That they may be, let me see something. So you don't want to be like where you turning back to that place, okay? And that lifestyle. This place is going away, so it's like as we continue to move forward, we're going to depart from the normal fashion of life. So again, remember Lot's wife. As it says, Luke chapter 17:33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. All right, so don't be in the spirit of this Edomite. He's buying Teslas and stuff, and as they said, Elon is never going to leave because he is getting off gutting departments and firing people. And that's the Edomites. They want to, show that they got the power, but the Lord's gonna bring them out. And he wearing all black. This man is Mwath. All right, black and red. But shalom to the elect.